This is a true life story I witnessed here in our village. There was once a young, beautiful girl called Bena, who now lives in the suburbs of Kampala city. Her parents live down the stream where we fetch water. Her parents have 9 children and work hard to enable their children to at least attend the primary level of education, but were unable to further their education to the secondary level due to the cost of tuition fees. Bena was a bright girl and always asked her parents to do whatever possible to help her continue to the secondary level of education, but all she asked for seemed impossible, given the financial status of her father. They would wake up each morning and head to the garden to cultivate as a family, since they depended on cultivation for food, and always sold the surplus harvest, which was meant to support those still studying in the primary section. One day while they were at the garden, a man called Mutebi approached them, asking for help to push his truck, which was stuck in the mud. They agreed to help him. Mutebi was taken by Bena's beauty and decided to befriend Bena's parents with the aim of winning Bena's heart. In the process, Mutebi started bringing basic needs that they lacked at home, like salt, cooking oil, sugar, and paraffin. He wanted to appear as a responsible and caring man to Bena's parents, who initially thought he was helping them out of gratitude for assisting him with his truck. After months as friends, Mutebi called Bena's parents and informed them that he would pay them a visit on Sunday to discuss something sensitive. They were eager to know what it was because he had become like family to them. Sunday came, and Mutebi arrived to find them prepared and waiting for him. After lunch, Mutebi told Bena's parents that he had been admiring their daughter for a while and would love to marry her. He wanted to make sure they knew and allowed him to speak to her personally. However, they told him Bena was still young at that time, as she was only 16 years old. Bena was called upon and informed of Mutebi's proposal. She responded that she would only marry him if he could fulfill her dream of continuing her secondary education. Mutebi agreed, seeing it as an opportunity to marry her in the future. Mutebi took Bena back to school, and over the 4 years, their love grew each day. During holidays, Bena would visit Mutebi's home to clean the house and wash his clothes. However, during this time, Bena met another man she truly loved more than Mutebi, and her behavior began to change in ways that made Mutebi suspicious. He reflected on how much he had invested in her. Mutebi played it calm, pretending not to notice the change, but after getting proof that Bena was no longer interested in him as she used to be, he devised a plan. During her final year, Mutebi asked Bena to come to his home to clean and wash his clothes, which she accepted. He ensured that she stayed long enough for her menstrual cycle to occur while at his house. When that happened, he took her used pad to a spiritualist and narrated how much he had invested in her, only for her to lose interest. The spiritualist advised Mutebi to bury the used pad at the grave of a young deceased child. He claimed this would make Bena barren, and only Mutebi would know the location of the pad. The spiritualist said that if they reconciled in the future and wanted children, Mutebi could retrieve the pad. He was instructed to wrap the pad in a plastic bag that would not decay. After a couple of months, Bena informed Mutebi that she no longer felt love for him and wanted to move on with her life. Mutebi reminded her of the promise she had made to him at her parents' house. Bena replied that she was just excited at the time and saw it as an opportunity to further her education, which seemed impossible given her parents' financial situation. This made Mutebi very angry, and he beat her up. Bena managed to escape and reported the assault to the police. Mutebi was imprisoned for a week, and upon his release, was warned never to get close to Bena again. Mutebi told Bena that she would never conceive in her life. Bena, being a beautiful woman, got married 4 times, but all her marriages ended due to her barrenness. She has visited several spiritualists, but to date has failed to find a cure for her problem. She and her parents are reaching out to Mutebi, seeking forgiveness through elders and phone calls, but Mutebi has ignored their pleas. He only hints that they should search for the location where he buried the pad if she wants to conceive. However, he provides no clues, leaving them uncertain where to begin the search. Bena is now nearing menopause. The lessons learned from this story are to always be cautious and understand the people we meet, and to fulfill our vows or promises.